Hi everybody, Karis here and welcome to autumn. Fall yesterday was the equinox. Some people said it was the 21st, some people the 22nd, some of it the 23rd, so I just chose to celebrate it over all 3 days. And this morning, the 24th of August, was, it's definitely September now and not August, which goes to show a little displacement going on. It was a new moon, so that is why I'm recording this video for you guys. It's about the new moon monthly Magic Book Club selection, and what it's going to be is In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. And my copy's a little beat up here, but that just means it's been well loved and it's going to continue to be well loved. So this book is about food, obviously, and there are 3 parts to it. I really enjoy Michael Pollan's writing style. He's very fact-based and clear, but also not really judgmentally, because I really don't like that. I was once in the population of people when I first started going vegan and raw and things like that, of being afraid of your food essentially, and people don't like to think about it like that because it's kind of disempowering, but it's also kind of a disempowering thing. Oh no, I can't eat that because it's going to hurt me. I don't like being afraid of my reality. I'd rather not lock myself in just more boxes that are masquerading as me freeing myself from other boxes. So I'm not all or nothing. The only thing I never eat is animal tissue. I don't eat any meat or poultry or fish or anything like that. But I'll occasionally have dairy. I definitely eat lots of honey. I believe that humans are meant to eat it. So anyway, this book definitely changed my life. It was back when I was experimenting with a lot of different kinds of foods. There are 3 parts to it. The first is The Age of Nutritionism. The second is The Western Diet and the Diseases of Civilization. Very fascinating, and I'm going to tell you a story about that in a second. And the third is Getting Over Nutritionism. And I really like it. I like how he cites studies, is very logical, and it's not a fear-mongery kind of, oh no, be afraid of your food, or be angry at the people who mess up food, or whatever it is. And the story I have for you guys about this, it's a personal story, and it's about my teeth. So when I was a little girl, when I had my baby teeth, I had milk bottle mouth, which is where your teeth kind of rot in your mouth. And so I had all these brown cavities on the sides of my teeth. My sister and brother didn't have it. No one else in my family had it. They said it was genetic or some type of thing having to do with drinking milk or something like that, but it didn't make any sense, right? And so because of that, I was of course insecure about it as a little 5-year-old, losing my teeth and seeing this thing come out of my mouth that was not pretty, right? And kind of scary. And so I've always taken excellent care of my teeth as a youth and adult. And when I was in graduate school, one day I was eating a bite of cookie dough ice cream in Gainesville, Florida, and a big hunk of my molar broke off out of nowhere. I had no idea why. It wasn't even something crunchy. And I went to the doctor, I'm the dentist. And then a couple of my other teeth broke over the next maybe year or so. And it was a very traumatic experience, obviously very expensive. You have to go and get it fixed. And I asked the dentist, I take better care of my teeth than anyone that I know. Why is this happening? And she said, well, it's just genetic. It's something about the structural integrity of your teeth. There's nothing you can do. It will always happen. You will always have this thing that goes on with you. It's devastating. And so a year or 2 passed, and I was really careful about what I did to my teeth, and also I decided to get braces as an adult because one of the things was, I have kind of big teeth, so the idea was them pressing against each other might make them break more, and I didn't know whether I should get veneers or something because I didn't want my teeth to break, but if they weren't going to break, I'd rather not file off my teeth and get fake things put on. It was a big drama time with my teeth. And so since I was living in dread of this happening again, I felt really disempowered and scared of it. And every time something would happen, I would discover a new sensitivity on my teeth, or another tooth would crack or something like this. And none of my front ones did, but I now have 6 crowns in the back of my mouth from this happening. And I would have another huge trauma come, and it was really not fun. And so then I listened to this book. I've not read it yet. I listened to it on a road trip one time, the audiobook version. And he spoke about how the gluten in processed wheat will mess with the structural integrity of teeth. When it's introduced to populations who haven't had it before, the mothers who eat it when they're pregnant, then their children will then need braces because it messes with their dental arches. It also creates rotted teeth and teeth problems. I never knew that. And also, I just like to stress that as far as my understanding goes, things like wheat, soy, and peanuts, if we had them in their pristine state, they wouldn't be such big allergens, just because they've been messed with so much that their structural integrity as far as the nutrition in our body isn't really sound anymore. So I don't have anything against these foods. It's the processed crazy ones that aren't really even food anymore. So anyway, he talks about wheat and how it is a problem, and the gluten and stuff like that. And at the time of my partner, who I ended up being with him for a couple years, found out he had celiac disease. So we went off wheat anyway. And do you know that since I went off wheat, my teeth weren't sensitive? They've never broken again, and it's been years. And it's never been a problem. Now, whenever I would go home for the holiday season and be exposed to lots of cakes and cookies and pizzas and breads and things like that, and eat them because I was in the presence of people who this was part of the holiday, within maybe 48, 72 hours, I would start getting sensitive teeth. So then I would just be careful to still stay pretty pure with the rest of my diet when I wasn't at one of these events. And like I said, it's not about being afraid of your food. It's about knowing what your body likes, giving it what it likes, and doing that usually. So every now and then you can splurge, and you won't then feel sluggish or yucky, or your body won't start breaking down on you. It's a firm belief of mine that age, which is essentially your body rotting with you in it, is not supposed to actually happen. And I have all kinds of different self-experiments I've done on things like that, and I seem to be working pretty well with it. But a lot of it, if not the vast majority of it, has to do with nutrition. Does your body have enough nutrients to create new cells that are healthy? If your body turns over every year or 2 or 7 or whatever it is, depending on the study that you read, molecule by molecule, then nothing should be incurable, is my opinion. And you shouldn't have to deal with your body falling apart with you in it. As long as you're giving it the things it needs, as long as your stress is low enough so that you're not poisoning yourself with neuropeptides and hormones that cause the breakdown of things, and as long as you are moving enough so that your blood is still pumping and your lymph is still flowing and your tendons are still fluid and your connective tissue is still pretty flexible, then it's my belief that aging does not have to happen the way that we believe that it does have to. And I find that this book is a good way to start on that journey. So I'd highly recommend it. It's nonfiction, obviously. It's not like reading a novel. It's like reading a really interesting article that's very long. And it's, long for article. It's not really long for a book. I'm going to give you the page number right now. This copy, which is the paperback copy, is 205 pages. So it's not a really intense read, and it's pretty quick. I like his language, and the way that he describes things is very user-friendly and easy to receive and digest. So that is your monthly Magic Book Club book for the month of September/October, new moon. I hope you're all doing very well. I hope you all had a beautiful autumnal equinox. I gathered a bunch of these rose petals from the roses back here in my yard and used them to make a nice little mandala in my journal to bring in some fun intention energy. This winter feels like it's going to be one of passivity and making sure your vibration stays sound rather than trying to make things happen, and the end result will essentially be the same as far as I understand. But anyway, much love, go in peace. I have a whole list of things that I want to be recording for you guys. Lots of ideas are flowing again, so expect more in the coming weeks from me than there have been in the past weeks. And here's another shot of the book In Defense of Food by Michael Pollan. And enjoy your day, y'all. I will see you on the astrals.